A classic European night for Newcastle United as they hit Portuguese giants Benfica for 3, keeping another clean sheet along the way and showing the rest of the continent that they are here to compete in the Champions League this season.
Well, José Mourinho's poor record on Tyneside continued as Newcastle were clinical here at St James's Park. The Magpies knew, of course, that they needed a response after the defeat on the south coast against Brighton on Saturday, and they certainly came out of the traps looking to gain the advantage. Benfica were also looking sharp though, and Eddie Howe's side had to work hard to go into the break ahead. That they did before a second half display that gave the visitors no hope of getting back into the match. It was everything the players, staff and supporters of Newcastle wanted after Saturday's events, and it means that they now sit on 6 points after 3 games of their Champions League campaign this year. Let's go back through the match now from minute 1 to minute 90 to see how Newcastle won handsomely against their Portuguese opponents, Benfica.
Newcastle were at it from the off. Anthony Gordon in particular had success down the left-hand side. However, Benfica soon managed to gain a foothold in the match. Their winger, Dodi Lukebakio, forced Nick Pope into 2 good saves and also hit the post. But it was the Magpies who led at the break. Anthony Gordon tapping home at the back post, with Jacob Murphy having supplied the ball across the box from the right wing, leaving Gordon an easy task to fire Newcastle ahead. Newcastle, though, were relentless in the second half. Substitute Harvey Barnes got their second, thanks to a monster throw from goalkeeper Nick Pope, who launched the ball around 65 yards straight into Harvey Barnes' path, before Barnes slotted in off the post to make it 2. And it was Barnes again who got Newcastle's third, finishing off a great team move with help from Anthony Gordon and Nick Voltemade. Eddie Howe was pleased with his side's response from their defeat to Brighton.
Yeah, I think it is that kind of game that we have to take forward into our next few games that we've got coming up. I thought that's the level that we want to be at. And we've been threatening, I think, sort of putting a performance like that together. Even Brighton, there was some really, really positive moments, but that gets lost in the result. But today we got both. We got another clean sheet. We scored some goals. Confidence returned to our attacking players. So as I said earlier, it's a good night for us.
Newcastle's wingers have been questioned in recent weeks, but Howe was very keen to praise them following their output against Benfica.
Yeah, I thought both our wingers that started the game did really, really well. Great to see them combine for the first goal. That's a really pleasing sight. But yeah, Anthony played very direct. I thought athletically he was excellent because he put a real big effort in both on and off the ball. So yeah, good night for him. Harvey's always been a goal scorer for us. I'm pleased to see him score off the right today because he's actually played some good minutes for us on that side of the pitch, and I think he's played really well. Hasn't quite got the goals that he has on the left, but today it was 2 really good finishes. He should, a reminder of his qualities.
José Mourinho was happy with his side's first half performance, but conceded that Newcastle were just too much for them in the second 45.
They felt that the game was not easy. They felt that Benfica was much closer than Newcastle to score. They brought their enthusiasm in set pieces, which is normal. When you have a team of giants, you know that every set piece, throw-in, lateral, free kick, corner, you know that is a dramatic moment for the opponent, and was the only moment where they brought that enthusiasm and that pressure to the opponent. We felt very comfortable in the first half. In the second half, the second goal kills the game, and then after that, easy for Newcastle to play, easy for the fans to enjoy.
These are the nights that Newcastle and St James's Park adore, especially when they go the way of the Magpies. Progressing in Europe is a big priority for Eddie Howe this season, and Newcastle are now well on their way to achieving that goal. But they will also be conscious of needing to sort out their inconsistent Premier League form too. That objective can begin against Fulham, which is next up. But for now, Tyneside will enjoy a big win under the lights in Europe that they will hope will help to regain their momentum that was found initially before the international break.